Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at the Polestar Roadster. That's the Polestar 6. I found this really amazing article and it's asking a really important question. The Polestar electric roadster concept might just be the most beautiful EV ever made. And you know what? I might have to agree. The only thing that comes close to this is the Porsche Taycan and the Tesla Roadster. But seriously, this car is gorgeous, and everyone that I show this car to is seriously stunned because it looks like it will never be real, but it will be real in the next 4 years, I believe. So it's really exciting for Polestar right now. But seriously, is this the most beautiful car you've ever seen, or is this the most beautiful EV that's ever been made? Just wait a few more years until Ferrari gets on the scene, till Lamborghini gets on the scene. Then we'll start to see beautiful cars, because those Italians, they make the beautiful cars. They really do. Germans make the best car inside and outside, underneath. Italians, they make the most beautiful cars, bro. That's facts. But is it changing? Is it in the hands of the Swedes now? Because this is a Swedish manufacturing car. So what do we think? Now, this reporter, Zararish Kelly, let's see what he has to say. And I quote, "On Monday night, I was invited by Polestar to come see the electric roadster concept. Some may know it as the O2. Some may know it as the Polestar 6. Throughout the event, the company reaffirms its sustainable goals and announced a new ambassador for its global sustainable efforts." But of course, the car was the star of the show. So far, I will jump into the Polestar sustainable talk further down. I also want to gush over the car for a bit, just to look at the beauty. And it is beautiful, especially in that blue color. It's gorgeous. And this is the LA Concept Edition. This car sold out in the first week. It was 500 units, 200 grand for the car, sold out in the first week. This will help Polestar to build that reputation of being a premium brand. Then they can raise premium prices on other EVs that they build. It's all about branding. Branding solves the problem. Branding makes money. Companies like this, they're focusing more on quality over quantity for the time being, at least. Now, this is their concept car. It means it's only being released in very small numbers, 500 in fact, in the first edition. However, the second edition, they'll release many more. Now, all 500 editions are already reserved. Sorry, it was in the first week. It all got sold out. So if a slot opens, you can snatch it for 200 grand. Wow. That's if someone cancels their purchase, then one may open and you might be able to buy it. But so far, I haven't heard of any cancellation. And to be honest, to wait 4 years for this car is worth it. We've never had a car like this in the world. We've never had a car like this in the world. All the Lamborghinis you want, all the Ferraris you want, we've never had a car like this in the world. It's all electric and it's gorgeous. It looks like something out of Need for Speed. Now, the point of the electric roadster concept is to actually inspire and tease the design for the Polestar 6. This will be the real car coming in 2026. The concept car is a placeholder on Polestar page for the 2026 car. The LA Concept Edition will look similar to this car as much as possible. However, the secondary editions, they will probably look a little bit different, probably different colors and stuff like that. But Tesla wants to make the first 500 edition the most unique things you ever come across, and I love it. Now, in person, the design language doesn't look all that similar to the Polestar 2. That's Polestar's most popular car at the moment. Lacking the muscles and the bulks of the Polestar 2, the electric roadster concept is an electric roadster, something that can compete with a Porsche 911, something that can compete with a Tesla Roadster. It's an electric sports car at the end of the day, with a lot of shapes owing in opinion to Porsche, Nissan, and Lamborghini apparently. Now, in roadster fashion, the roof is retraceable. The article does add that they're expecting the Polestar 6 to have better side view mirrors. Well, actually, those are cameras. And inside the cabin, you actually got the camera displays on the sides. We don't know if that will be in the final design, but I'm looking forward to it, bro. For one thing I am certain of is that we will not be getting the drone anytime soon. I'm sorry. That was always a long shot, and to be honest, I'm not that upset about that because it's not like I'm going to buy one of these cars. I am going to try, but we'll see. Now, in top speed, 250 kilometers an hour, and it's capable 0 to 100 kilometers in 3.2 seconds. The car is expected to have over 600 kilometers of range, although this is still being worked on. That is true. And the technology that's coming into this car will be placed into the Polestar 5. So Polestar isn't stupid. They're building up onto this. They're creating the Polestar 5 before they create this crazy beast. The technology will basically be the same, and they want to make sure that they get it right. And I think they're going about it the right way. The interior is just gorgeous. Those yellow seat belts. My girlfriend did not like the yellow seat belts at first, but eventually she loves it now. She loves those yellow seat belts now. She didn't like it at first, but now I'm surprised that she does love those seat belts. She's a big fan of Polestar as well. So Polestar has placed a heavy focus on sustainability, as we well know. The sides and especially the back of the car has been designed with drag and fuel efficiency in mind, which is fairly normal for an EV, but is rarely seen in roadster form. Internally, the seats are made of single base material, a highly recyclable thermoplastic, allowing the interior components to be easily broken at the vehicle's end of life. They want to make this car extremely recyclable. They want to make it extremely sustainable. And the aluminum that's gone into the unibody is labeled to indicate what type and the best way to recycle it, which is Polestar Jam Sustainability. That's their main focus, and I love this about the company. If you're unfamiliar, Polestar only does electric vehicle, although they did do the Polestar 1, which was a hybrid vehicle with an engine, but it was part electric. So technically they only do electric vehicles. But of course, all the Polestar 1s are sold out completely. It's like 1,500 units in all circulations. Highly collectible, highly expensive vehicles. Beautiful cars as well. Very beautiful. But they're very, very rare. And I think I've only ever seen one Polestar 1. That's crazy that it's called a Polestar 1 and you only see one. Now, Polestar is trying to create a climate neutral car by 2030 and half its company-wide emissions by the same year, along with half in lifetime emissions for every car that is produced by 2040. Johnson reflected on the company's 4 pillars of sustainability, broadly being climate neutral, circularity, transparency, and inclusion. But she also indicated that it's not enough. So there is a quote from Johnson, and I quote, "What we're going to do in the industry is not good enough. We need to really get towards a climate neutral car." Also attending the event was Sam Elson, environmental activist and CEO of Sea Forests, a company that cultivated an extremely rare form of Tasmanian seaweed as a livestock food source. Now, how about the future of Polestar? Most car makers have at least a couple of SUVs in their range, which makes sense because they're the most popular form of car right now internationally. But we also know that SUVs, they're not really the best for the environment, because to build SUVs, they take such demand, and to produce them as well, when they're on the road, they actually commit a lot of emissions. But SUVs that are electric vehicles that are focused towards sustainability from Polestar are actually much more healthy towards the environment, and that's what Polestar is so focused on. Polestar next 2 vehicles, the 3 and the Polestar 4. The 3 has already been announced, and the 4 is on the way for next year. They're both planned to be SUVs. The 3 is the big SUV, the flagship SUV, and the 4 is the small crossover electric SUV. Polestar will also produce the 5. That is a sedan, a Sport GT sedan. And I believe that plans to be debuted in 2024 or 2025. I think it's debuted in 2024, but it's coming out in 2025. And the Polestar 6, of course, already debuted. It's coming out in 2026, ladies and gents. So before we end this video, let's reflect on one thing. Is this the most beautiful EV I've ever seen compared to the Roadster? I love the design much more than the Tesla Roadster. The Tesla Roadster is amazing. It's really great, and it's really simple and beautiful. But this does take the cake. This does take the cake. How about the Porsche Taycan? The Porsche Taycan, I believe the Porsche Taycan looks better than the Tesla Roadster. They're so close on the metrics of who looks better, and it all depends on your style. The Polestar is more sharp. The Tesla Roadster is more curvy, like a Porsche, and the Porsche Taycan is just both at the same time. The Porsche Taycan is Tesla Roadster and the Polestar Roadster put together. The next beautiful car for me is obviously the Polestar 3. That's a beautiful car. But seriously, out of all the top 3 that I've mentioned, I think the Polestar takes it for me. Then it's the Taycan, then it's the Tesla Roadster. Thank you for watching today. Subscribe to see more, and I'll see you in our next video.